Hi, everyone.
Hi,
It's
everyone.
me, myself, and William Michael Forbes and Norma Jones here. And we are here to talk about what can channeling do for you. And I just love this topic. I'm super passionate about this topic because for many years I was not channeling myself and I didn't realize that we can all do this and that in fact we're all doing this all the time and we don't even realize that we're doing it. So I love to talk about this topic with each of us. And I just love to bring to the that we can actively and consciously channel whenever we would like to. And the great benefits of this and how it can enrich your life. And I'm really excited to be talking about this topic. And we have William and Norma. Norma's going to help moderate and just bring to the forefront all of the questions for us today. And I'm super, super excited about that. And I am on one side of the country, and you guys are on the opposite end of the country. And I just love how we can all come together online and bring everybody together with us.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, we're here from lovely, chilly Toronto, Canada, and
I love it.
Yeah,
enjoying it.
we're real cool here.
And that's why I moved to the West Coast to enjoy the mild temps.
Mind you,
But we really heat up in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do. Really
Well,
do.
we had a really warm day just the day before yesterday. It was like 50 degrees, so we can get surprises here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you guys got to see snow this year. I didn't. I was like, oh, I'm not jealous.
Oh, we're looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we got snow on the ground. Have to put little booties on the dog.
Oh, cute. Little Tiki's got booties. I'm saying hello to everybody. Everybody's coming on.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Having joined us here.
So,
Okay.
I know that Norma's going to be reading some of the questions for us today.
Yeah.
And I'll just let you go ahead and so you'll go ahead and relay the questions that people have asked and off to the side as a moderator. So, yeah. Are you ready to rumble?
Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah. So as Kristen says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the questions, and I have read all the questions that were posted and then questions that are posted today as well. I noticed that there are a bunch of questions that were posted that were like kind of personal questions that would need to be channeled. And today we are talking about channeling, but we're not channeling. So I'm going to weed through those questions and see where I can pull out stuff. And as well, any questions that you have today would be great pertaining to the course, pertaining to channeling specifically would be really great, because I don't believe that they are going to channel. I don't know who knows what comes in, but
maybe a little at the end. We'll see. We'll see.
No,
yeah. Okay. So
you never say never.
I'm going to exit, and then
away we go.
Away we go.
So many of you guys know that I have my mediumship one course coming up in the middle of January 15th. And it's for the beginners. It's for those of you that were like myself and didn't even realize you could channel. I'm going to actually show you how to channel. I'm going to show you how you can do this and how, in fact, we are all doing this all the time. So the way in which this course is going to proceed is it's going to, we're going to sense energy. We're going to use angel cards, oracle deck, if you want to call, very high vibrational, very colorful, very just wonderful decks. Any deck that you feel drawn to. I know the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue is the deck in which most of the angels recommend when people ask me. Actually, in fact, every time that I have asked, that is the deck that they recommend every single time. So I just have what they tell me, which is the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. Highly recommend this deck. Well, they do, so that's why I'm relaying it. This course, the Mediumship 101 course, is $99 US for a full month. This is going to be pre-recorded material, ebook, live events with 7 different mediums. I know that many of you know Jason Adkins. He is going to be assisting us. William Michael Forbes, Norma Jones, Jacqueline LeBlanc, Ashley Cunningham, and we also have Tina Godin. And Tina is one of the Channeling Eric mediums from the website Channeling Eric, so that you can, you can come and enjoy learning from Tina how she channels. So she is going to be coming on live and speaking with all of the students and helping us as well, which I'm really excited about. I know she's also a moderator in the Channeling Eric group, and I'm really excited that she is going to be coming along on this journey with us. So right after the Mediumship 101 course is the Mediumship 102 course, and that's going to be starting February 16th, and it's going to be going until March 16th, and it's also only $99 US. I like the way that we've priced it, because I want to help as many people as we possibly can. That is my main goal, is to help bare minimum. I want you to see how your team is communicating with you every single day. They are communicating with you, and I'm going to show you how you can communicate with them in the beginner's course. And then, of course, William is going to describe what the Mediumship 102 course is going to bring people for each of you.
Of course. I'm really excited that we could collaborate with Kristen to do this second Mediumship 102 course. As we look on building on what she's laid a foundation for, being able to get rid of all of the blocks and ego issues, our past things that stand in the way of allowing us to become clear channels for what's always available to each and every one of us. And I'm really excited to give you an opportunity to get inside your own mind, to get your mind out of the way. And that's the goal of the second course, to help get you out of your own way, so you can actually start to listen to your guides, your teams, your angels, communicate with God, communicate with these multi-level beings. They're all here for you all the time. It's just that we have some things inside us that stand in the way of that. And the goal of the second course is to get all that out of the way, so that you're completely open to what's capable for you to tap into at any point of time and space. And it's priced the same as Kristen mentioned. The exact details of the course will be released on January the 7th. So anybody who's interested in the course can either go to Soul Evolution page or approach Kristen and book it through the either Intuitive Angel Messages or through Soul Evolution. That'll be January the 7th. We'll start accepting registrations. You can express your interest in it now, and we'll put you on the list. Yeah. But we'll get into some really fascinating things on that to break free any blocks you have to opening up to everything.
And you can also come to my business page on Facebook or William's business page on Facebook. You just take our names that you see there on the screen and you type in page. So you come to Facebook and you type in our names, page, and you can come and find us. And that will also have the course details right pinned to the top of the business pages as well. Yeah. And, you know, like, I've been so fortunate and blessed to get to know you and Norma. And I really have to say, what amazing educators, and, you know, with your background as a life coach for so many years, you are like honestly the perfect person to teach this. Removing the blocks, the belief system, you know, having the belief that you can do this. And it's like the next step from the 101 course, which I'm super excited that you're doing this, because there's no one better to teach you, I feel, than William and Norma. And I too will be a part of their course, helping all of the students. And you guys are going to have many other mediums to assist with your course as well. It takes a group effort, you know, it takes many of us to help the many. And, you know, I'm just so excited to bring us all together to have fun in these private groups on Facebook, which is where the courses will be held. And, you know, if you look at the big picture, channeling, you're learning how they're channeling with you, you're learning how to channel with them and open up that communication, but you're also getting free mini card readings and channelings for a month. Because as all the students come on and you ask your questions, you're getting channel guidance. So how cool is that? So you know, you don't have to go and pay for a reading for that month. You'll be getting plenty readings repeatedly. Okay, so you know, I think we're ready for the questions, Norma. If you'd like to come on down with question number 1.
Question number 1. So hence the title, what can channeling do for me?
Ooh. Okay, so do you want to take that one, William?
I'll start with it. Channeling can open your life up in phenomenal ways to your improving your health, improving your relationships, talking to beings that have knowledge that you need in order to create an amazing life for yourself. It'll give you wonderful opportunities to grow you more and to grow a better life for yourself.
Yeah, it opens you up to such high vibrational energy and frequency. You just feel better. You feel more high vibrational all the time. And I often say, you know, when you need that friend to talk to in life, and you go and you speak with a friend, and they can give you their perspective, and you know, maybe at times even they are channeling unconsciously, right? Because they just know the right thing to say at the right time. But when you tap in directly to divine beings of light and love, they have ways of seeing things or bringing certain information to the forefront that you and anyone in your friendship circle really can't conceive of. It is surprising. It's wonderful. It's helpful. And there's times where I'll lose a set of keys, or I forgot my water bottle in the house, or parking spots, or I really need help with a certain situation. That's when my angel is right there having a word with me. And, you know, I have to be honest, to date, she hasn't, there's been no misstep. She has been bang on every single time. Agnes is her name. And, you know, she's not sitting on a cloud with wings and fluffy all the time. There are times where she likes to give me a broader perspective on what is unfolding in my life in that moment, which is extremely helpful in every sense of the word. Okay, question number 2.
Okay, question number 2. This is from Tracy. Have you experienced stages in your channeling development? If so, what have you experienced? Of understanding others may experience the journey differently.
Mm-hmm. Absolute stages. Absolutely. Okay, so some of the stages that unfold with channeling is, well, first of all, I didn't realize, nor did I care, that there were these beings of light and love with me that were constantly guiding me. I always had a strong clairsentience. So there's 4 clairs, right? There's clairsentience, gut feeling, knowing. Knowing is claircognizance, knowing ideas, information that come into your mind, images, and you don't know how it just popped in there. Clairvoyance, seeing images in your mind. And clairaudience, which is hearing the words forming within your mind, whether at first it can sound like your own words, and then over time, as the stages unfold, you get the pitch and the tone and the sound of your angel's voice. There's also clairaudience outside of your mind, where they're placing the energy right into your ear and speaking with you directly, but there is no vocal box, because in spirit energy, they don't have vocal boxes. So how do they all communicate with each other? Telepathically. I have one quick question here. An individual is wondering if they can work at taking this course around their busy schedule. And I know that many of you work weekends or you work daytime throughout the work week. And some of you are even in different time zones. And I just want you to know that you can take this course around your schedule. You can come into the private group and you can, just scroll up and look at all the pre-recorded material. You have the ebook with you. And you will also be able to see when all of the live events are being scheduled with the mediums. And also you can come in and you can say, yes, I'd like an angel card, please. And then the other student can practice pulling an angel card for you with a little bit of a description. So you can work at this course around your own schedule. And as the course moves along, it's going to pick up speed. It picks up momentum. So then we all start getting into the thick of it and practicing with each other, whether one-on-one off camera or coming live in front of everyone on camera. So
There's
it's
a
going
level
to
of
be
flexibility in this course that's
flexibility.
quite profound.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not going to make everybody come on camera, but I will strongly advise that camera really does open you up. You come on camera and you just have straight up fear, and then it turns into excitement, and you just move in the direction where your senses are very heightened and you just start to channel. I actually have not had a person come on camera with me that hasn't got some kind of clairs opened up, channeling opened up, where they're getting some information. And like I always say, I don't care if you're going to get it right and wrong right out the gate. What I care about is that you practice. It's just like riding a bike or doing anything that you've done for the very first time. It's so important to practice.
Yeah, that's the key. Is the practice is the key. The more you practice, the more you learn. And there's never been a case, as Kristen said, where someone does not experience something that allows them to know that there's more than what they're normally aware of that they can tap into. And we've seen that time and time and time again in the program.
Time and time again. If you sat in front of me and you absolutely got nothing, then I would tune in with your angels and I would work with them as to what would be the next step with you, as to what we need to do in order to transmute blocks, fears, and bring to the forefront the belief system that is needed in order for you to open up and do this. Because if I can do it, you can all do it. There's nothing I'm doing that's anything different than what me and William, Norma, Jacqueline, Ashley were students in the last course from last summer, and they're fully channeling now. So, anything is possible. So we just ask an open mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you'll experience a level of connection, a level of support in the two programs. It's quite profound. You'll feel supported and nurtured, and you'll get the practice, get the experience that's essential for you to have to know that what you're experiencing is real for you.
High vibrational environment in a private group setting. That's what this is. Yeah. Okay. So
is channeling something everyone can do?
Okay, William, go ahead. Can everybody channel?
Every single person on this planet channels. From the day they're born. Information's flowing through all of us. I've been channeling for decades, and it's only now the last year or so that I begin to crystallize into. We've all got these beings around us, so every single person on the planet has the capability to channel and develop that skill, higher or lower, depending on what they do to practice or tap into those levels. But everybody can channel. It's a fascinating thing to learn, and it's a wonderful experience to have.
That's honestly one of the best parts, is showing people how they are channeling and how spirit is communicating with them.
Yeah, it is.
That's invaluable.
Yeah, and the way they grow and the way they start to expand their own expression and the awarenesses and the insights and the inspirations they start to gain from their connecting of themselves.
Yeah. Okay, ready for the next question.
So they say that channeling is our innate way of being. Can you explain this?
Well, I'll explain it the way that the angels have explained it to me. We are beings of light and love, temporarily housed within these bodies in order to learn and grow in this experience. So this is our innate way of being, in that this is who we are and this is what we're meant to do. In fact, as the ascension process is unfolding here on the planet, we are now moving in a direction where we are going to become more light-filled. There's more light permeating the planet and all of the inhabitants upon our back. And, you know, this has been our innate way of being. It's just that we weren't taught how to remember to do this in school. Nobody taught us to do this. Just like there are many things that we could be taught that would be of great benefit, but we haven't been taught. So who taught me? Who taught me? The angels taught me. That's who taught me, because I didn't have any support groups. I didn't have any channeling groups. I didn't have anyone to teach me how to do this. And I remember at one point I said, you know, maybe I should go, you know, to Hawaii and I can learn from Doreen Virtue. And my angel said, well, you could, or we can teach you. And I said, okay. And so my angel, all of them have taught me. They're still schooling me now. Don't think it ever ends. You're constantly learning and growing, and they're constantly, and if you're receiving information that isn't, it doesn't matter, because they will correct that in days to come. Or what they'll do is they'll partially close off your chakras and just give you a pullback just ever so slightly. And then, you know, okay, they're redirecting me and I got that wording incorrect. So they'll correct you in the moment. So there's no better way to learn than from the angels themselves, in my opinion. So yeah, it's our innate way of being. Absolutely. We're just relearning, retraining.
Another way of saying that is we are all connected to one universal source, that when we come into these bodies, we have the illusion of separation from it, but we're really not. We're really not separate from that source.
And you look at a lot of the children being born on the planet right now, they're extremely high vibrational, and the parents are amazed that they're all telepathically communicating with each other. So as you rise in vibrational frequency, that is in correlation with opening your channels to communicate. They're synonymous. It's going to happen. So we're just going to show you how to do it, just the way that my angels taught me how to do it.
Yep. And to help yourself get out of the way of yourself so you can totally
Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready for the next question for William.
So Janine says, I have been having more clairs open as I grow. Could I have all open eventually?
Absolutely. You were given all of these gifts, as we've always said, they're innate. They're inside you, waiting for you to awaken them, and your angels and your guides will help you to do that. But they're in there. So the more you open, and the more opens. It's the simplest way I could put that. So the more you tap into those, the more you become aware of them, the more you utilize them, the more you ask for guidance, the more expanded your awareness becomes to do that, to be able to have more of that. So there's more clairs, and there's many, many, many different dimensions beyond the 5 physical senses and the clairs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so Carol says so it sounds like we could have more consistent access to inspired thought and energies for writing and creating art, as well as healing energy. Is this correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever you focus on or your intention is, say you want to delve more into the healing direction, just setting up that intention, you're going to, and then focusing in on channeling, you can open up the channels, you can get more energy, more information. They'll help you move in the direction that would be best suited for you and your vibrational frequency, you as a person. You're just going to channel more energy for the healings. It is absolutely great, phenomenal ideas, information, healing energy. It's a real blessed path. I tell you, some of the individuals that I've met even a year ago, they are some of the most incredible, angelic Reiki healers, UC Reiki healers, healing touch, incredible, just absolutely incredible.
Any area of our lives that we give focus to expands, whether it's writing or dance or talking to God or whatever area you give attention to is going to expand and grow. If you keep giving attention, you'll be inspired because you're focusing on that frequency, that vibration, and you draw it in and you own it.
And in fact, if you're into music, you've likely got the music angel with you, helping you. If you're in for some the direction of healing, you likely have a lot of healing energy, healing angels with you. That energy, that stream of consciousness is with you, helping guide you. My passion, my focus and drive and desire is to help people do what I have done, which is channeling, because it is so important to know, A, you're not alone, that you can connect in with these high vibrational beings of light and love, this high vibrational stream of consciousness. And I just really am passionate about helping people channel. I really am. I think you are too, William. I really do. And this is why it's just such a fantastic fit with what we're doing, the 101 and the 102.
And the more people do it, the more they know it's true. And I mean, like I said, like you've already mentioned, everybody's doing it we're all doing it all the time. It's when you suddenly, zone in on that, tune into that awareness that you always have there. It's like picking up a phone line and you suddenly go, oh, there's somebody on the line. And the whole other world start to open up to you. You can begin to change wonderful things. Your guides and your angels, they'll give you information that you cannot find on this planet, but it's always available to us. So,
well, and let me tell you guys, it's not only about us wanting to communicate with them. My goodness, how happy the angels are to come through and talk with each of you. Oh my goodness. They thank me profusely for channeling their words. It's like a telephone line that they can finally connect with each of you through, except that you can communicate with them directly. You can do it and you will do it. If that's your intention and that's what you're focusing on and you want to learn how to do it, you will do it. And I have no doubt in that at all.
I totally agree with you, Kristen.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready for the next question.
Does channeling help with the ascension process?
You know what? This question I asked my angel last night, and I thought, well, I'm going to get some more clarity on that. And she said, yes. As you're channeling, your upper chakras, your channels open. Therefore, you get more energy coming in and communicating with you. And she said that channeling does lead to ascension, although depending on where that person wishes to place their attention and their focus in their life, that is also a free will choosing. So if a person is wanting to channel and open their channel, move into the path of ascension, if they're sitting and they are choosing to focus on low vibrational material, they're eating low vibrational foods, and they're choosing to be in a lower vibrational energy, that is of their choosing, which I don't think it wouldn't stop ascension, but it might slow it down for a time. But it's not going to stop it.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win out here? High vibrational frequency, which has endless energy source coming and streaming through and opening up your channels, or you? If you want to focus on the low vibrational activities that are unfolding on the planet, which is the only thing that they're, stating in the news, that's your choosing, or you can turn that off.
Yeah.
And then maybe once every other day, you can look at your app on your phone and just see the goings on if you want to do that, if you feel like you have to be informed. But you can make changes in your life. And that is part of this channeling course, is the changes in order to help lift you in vibrational frequency so that you are closer to where these vibrational energies are. So if I'm here and they're here, this course is going to help us kind of move up a bit so we're getting closer to where they are, so it's easier to communicate with them.
And you'll learn how to identify the symptoms of ascension that occur for you that let you know that you're receiving these energies to grab onto them, to connect to them and expand.
Yeah.
You'll receive
Isn't that the
symptoms,
truth?
physical symptoms, mental symptoms, emotional symptoms
Yeah.
that are really part of this ascension process.
Yeah.
And once you understand those, you can harness them and grow yourself and connect more and open up.
And remember, if you have ascension symptoms, the number one for relief that I'm informed and that I've done is grounding. A whole lot of grounding. If you need to go have a nap, go have a nap. If you need to lay down and sleep longer, sleep longer. If you'd like to meditate, meditate.
Need to drink more water, drink more water.
Drink lots of water. Eat high vibrational foods, because guess what? Those lower vibrational foods, if you're feeling like that nausea in your tum after eating those foods, it's probably best you don't eat those anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, plus when you get exposed to higher vibrational energies, your system will react. You will get upset tummies if that part of you wants to rise up and it's got the resistance of the gross energies in it. You want to remove those. You want to get those out of your system. So
All the
food and
foods.
water and exercise and grounding. Yeah, very important.
And we don't realize that every piece of food that you put in your body has a vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
So as you rise in vibration and you keep putting in this vibrational food, it isn't going to be conducive any longer.
That's right. And there's vibrational mind food too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There's one question here. Can communication improve with animals and nature when you begin to channel? Absolutely. I think as you ascend, you anchor in more light and your channels open and you're channeling more. I think that it's easier to connect with animals and nature because they are so high vibrational. Mm-hmm.
They'll start to show up around you. They'll start to come around you. When you start to raise your frequency, they'll be less fearful of you because they'll sense that your vibration is higher, which means you're closer to love, to source.
Yes. You'll have animals staring at you more. They want to be around you. Children and babies want to be around you because they're enjoying that high vibrational frequency. Okay, so we're ready for our next question.
All right. Okay, so there's a few questions that are kind of similar in when asking questions if we're not getting answers. So some of us don't always get answers yet when we try to channel someone. Are the messages we are sending out always received? Or do we need to reach a certain vibration or spiritual to get the messages and questions across the veil?
That's a great question. There's two levels that I'm seeing there.
Oh, go for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the levels I'm seeing is that the messages are always being received and transmitted back and forth. It's whether or not we allow ourselves to receive those. A lot of people think that they're not getting the information, but they actually are. All guides are there 100% of the time for you, and your ability to align yourself to the feeling of what it is you wish to know will allow you to receive that which is already waiting. Sometimes it'll push in on you. You'll physically feel a pressure on your body where an answer is trying to come into you, or something will happen around you, a loud bang or a phone will ring or something will occur. They're always trying to communicate to you. Always. Always.
Always. Literally. Mm-hmm. They sure are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're always with you. I would also say, okay, what foods are you putting in your body? What content are you focusing on? Are you do you have a lot of low vibrational content going on in your mind? Is your mind very busy? Is it very busy and active? Mm-hmm. These are all things that I would be focusing in on in releasing. I wouldn't resist. I wouldn't try to change things. I would let it go. And then I would try to create more still moments throughout the day. And I would release any stress and negativity, low vibrational content, individuals, foods, out of your life and let it go.
And you'll get lots of opportunities to do this, to actually identify the stuff that's inside your system that might be plugging your spiritual ears and your spiritual eyes, and to let that stuff go, whether it's the food or the water or thoughts or beliefs or past history. When you start releasing the stuff that's in the way, you're getting rid of those filters, you start to see.
And as you ascend, those foods that you once craved and enjoyed, you don't enjoy and crave anymore. They
That's
just gently sweep out of your life. Well, that, or you just get nausea and you don't feel good eating them. You'll actually find that your energy will plummet for about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, and you just don't, you feel cranky and irritated. And, you know, if you're feeling cranky and irritated after eating, I'd be looking at the food that you're eating and removing it. Now, there are certain treats that we have, right? So try to maybe replace those treats that you're eating with another food that's a real food, not in a package.
Like chocolate. There's a good way to replace chocolate in your life that you can still enjoy it.
Yeah. Or like dried fruits. There's a lot of dried fruits. Make a nice protein smoothie. That'll fill you up and keep your energy up and make you feel good. A lot of us turn to caffeine and sugar because it's easy. It gives you that high. It does get your energy up, but then the crash is not much fun. And when you're consuming caffeine and sugar relentlessly like that, your adrenal glands are going. Sugar's not good for your body. It's just not. I don't think I need to be the one to explain that. So replace something else. And often, you know, if that food is not in your cupboards, you can't turn to it because it's not there.
And yet there are natural foods.
Yeah. And so if you are saying, I can't do this, guess what? You can't do this.
That's right.
Because you're focusing on, you can't do this. So what you focus on and what you're rotating in here, you need to kind of just shift and say, I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to give it a good effort. And then you can also ask your team to help remove cravings to low vibrational foods. Ask your team, they'll help you. Watch the nausea kick in. You're not going to really want to touch that anymore.
That's right. It really is get that way. I've experienced that.
It's very good.
Yeah, with red meat. I've experienced that with red meats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Okay,
yeah.
So you've already kind of answered this question. Well, I think you did, but I'm just going to reiterate it. Bernadette is saying that she can't quiet her mind. I seem to think it's because I'm not ready, ? I understand channeling is taking, listening and asking questions, meditation of sorts. I'm not successful at this. I still reach out to learn and listen and explore, but I'm at a loss of content to learn how.
That is the most important part, Bernadette, is that you are still curious and you're still asking questions, which tells me you haven't given up.
Yeah.
You're just trying to find your way.
Yeah, and there's a part of you that knows that there's another way, and that's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll
exactly.
be very fascinating because your mind, my mentor from many years ago used to say the mind is the madman at home. And it really is sometimes. It's just chatterbox. And once you learn how to shut that chatterbox off, a whole other world opens up, and you'll get training to do all that in both the courses in different ways that let you shut this thing off so that you just have a clear, empty space in your mind that you can live in and work in and breathe in and play in.
And of course, you know, it's not like still all the time. There's going to be certain things, I suppose, that unfold in your life that trigger, but you become the still observer of your thoughts. So what does that mean? It means, oh, here's that thought floating in my mind. I'll hand that one off to my angels because I don't need to have those thoughts anymore. And you become the still observer of what you essentially control what floats around in here more so than you did before, rather than it running amok and being completely out of control. And you have the same tape pattern going on and on and on in your mind. And it just runs your show to the point where you can't see past your own nose. I've lived like that, and it's not, I had enough.
Yeah.
And my angel said, okay, well, why don't you hand them off to us? And I said, I didn't know I could do that. Fantastic. So start doing that 25 times a day. If you need to ramp it up to 30, do it. It'll be extremely annoying and tedious, but that's okay. Just do it anyways. No, there's another thought about this. Here you go, angels. Here you go, angels.
You do not have to keep a thought in your mind that you don't want, and you can hand it off.
Yeah.
Literally, you can
You
drop
have the choice. Exactly. You are running this show. You run what goes on in here. And your angels will transmute that which you no longer need.
That's correct.
Repeatedly.
In fact, the minute you
Into the
can
light.
every time that you're releasing it, you're giving it up. You're surrendering that part that limits you.
What happens over a couple of weeks is you find that there's more stillness in your mind, and those old thought patterns that you once had, they don't return. You feel like your mind is free.
Yes.
Because it is. And in that free, still space that you've created more of, you're more likely to hear the words forming from your team. And be aware. Oh, ringing in my ear. Silence on the side of my head. Oh, someone's stroking my face. Oh, I've got a cold breeze on my forehead, and yet there's no windows open.
Somebody's nudging me from behind. They're trying to pick me up. I actually felt like I got picked up off the ground the other day. It was very fascinating.
Fascinating. Well, you feel like that, right? Energetic squeeze.
Yeah.
Playing in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly talking to us.
Constantly. Caresses, right? Or the hand on the shoulder.
I always get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
hand on the good job. Or, I usually get that.
Yeah.
Hey,
So with the
Marie,
mind
next
the way you start to become more cognizant of those things. They're not random. Nothing's random anymore once you start to get tuned in.
Yeah. Get out of the crazy house and realize that you run this house, and then you can move in a nice, gentle direction. Very much more peaceful. It's wonderful. And of course, I would say grounding, a whole lot of grounding if this is running amok. Yeah. Okay, we're ready.
All right. Okay, so Paula asks, some of my family members think that I'm crazy and are afraid for me that I want to channel. I think that they are afraid of lower entities, ET, spiritual welfare. How can I explain to them what is happening to me in regards to ascension? How can I help others that are close to me, or does it make it harder to help people and work with you if they have known you your whole life?
I think as you get closer to listening to your angels and guides and really listening and tuning them, you can ask them, what can I say? What can I do in this situation? Approach them differently. How can I address their concerns? And you'll get inspired information from your team that's always there for you. The key thing is to really work on bringing your vibration up first and foremost, getting yourself out of your way, and learning to really listen to your team. They're all there for you. The more you get guidance from them, they'll give you answers and intuitions and suggestions that you can follow through that will get you to a different place with your family, believe it or not.
As you raise in vibrational frequency and you are connecting with high vibrational energy, low vibrational energy doesn't want to have anything to do with you. In fact, a lot of the time, you have your angels on your side, even if you don't hear them, okay? Say you have something lower vibrational, because it's all energy, and it's doing whatever it's doing. Your angels will pull on you. Your angels are the gatekeepers as to who is around you, first and foremost. So is Archangel Michael. And you can bring him in as your spiritual bouncer if you'd like. He's more than open. He's got lots of time. So it's just like everything else in your life. Okay. Do you focus in on low vibrational gossip? Do you focus in on low vibrational television programs and movies? Do you watch a lot of low vibrational content through the news? Do you have low vibrational friends in your life? I could go on and on. Yeah. So if you are not a vibrational match, I wouldn't be concerned whatsoever. Secondly, your intention is everything. Nothing low vibrational is allowed around me. Simple as. You are the one who runs the show. There is no victimhood here. You are the one who will dictate, and you will speak with your team as to what your expectations are and what you would like in your proximity and space. I once had a reading, and I know you guys have heard me say this before, and this gentleman, he was having some suicidal thoughts. And when we came to the end of the reading, we tapped into what ETs were with him, and he had 2 reptilians. And I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared at all. I'm like, oh, look at that. And they were trying to smooth talk me. They were trying to like explain why they were there. But his angel was pulling on me. So who am I going to listen to? I'm going to listen to his guardian angel. And his guardian angel says that they're running amok here. But it's our free will. He didn't even know this was going on. And they were just running amok, and he didn't know. So I said to this client, do you want to get rid of these 2 reptilians? And he said, yes, please. And you should have seen how fast Archangel Michael charged those two energies. It was like battle gear. And that wasn't even hard for Michael. Like, he was just like, poof, and they were gone.
A really
That
key
was
point.
it. It was like, bing.
Yeah, a really key point you brought up there, Kristen, too, is your ability that you've developed to recognize the difference between the low vibrational and the high vibrational allowed you to make a choice that was beneficial for your client as well. And
As you pick up on, as you pick up on energy, you'll know what's around you. You'll know if something's even being hidden from you. You'll know.
Yep.
Your team is got your back. They got your back like nobody could. You can't even imagine how your team has your back. And after this reading with this client, he said this is the first time in 15 years that he was not feeling suicidal, because those 2 energies got removed as part of it, I'm sure. So, I'm not worried and concerned at all.
I want to bring up another point that you brought up, Kristen. It's free will and requesting, because you asked him, do you want them to go? And the moment that was said, Archangel Michael's like, okay, yay, I can do my job now.
Yep. All low vibrational energies are not allowed within me or in my proximity in my life at any time, now and always, or space.
Yes.
And you can, if you want. Yeah, you learn how to clear your space too. Yeah. That's another element of the course, is you're going to learn how to clear your space internally and externally, because it's important. The energy around you, you have free will, as Norma mentioned earlier, to alter vibration as well, not just to receive it and to transmit it, but to alter it too. We have another question?
Yeah, we're in control here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as.
Summer wants to know, how do I know if I'm ready to begin this journey?
If you're pulled towards it, if you're thinking about it, if you're asking that question.
Yeah.
If you keep watching, any videos or content in regards to mediumship or channeling, it's the same thing I'll say about readings. If you feel pulled towards me to have a reading, I'll come my way because someone's guiding you to me. So let's find out why. But if it's flat and you feel no pull towards me, that's okay. Then don't come for a reading, just like the same as far as coming to the Mediumship 101 and 102 courses. If you feel like you're thinking about it, you're feeling that nudge, you feel a pull towards it, it's all energy. And your team is guiding you.
Yeah. Spiritual breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
That you're following. Sometimes you don't even know you're following the breadcrumbs until all of a sudden something tweaks in your mind. Something's triggered or something happens, right?
It's so true.
I mean,
it's true.
So to that point, Carol says, so many synchronicities right now, feeling heart activation too. 2019 will be awesome. Thank you both for this live. Your warmth and openness has helped me to decide to sign up and step up. Love and light.
Love it.
Yeah. Like the more you focus on something, the more it begins to expand in your life, because you're making a decision to connect to your team to develop the skill sets necessary to expand your awareness, to expand the quality of your life, and to engage in the ascension process and to share that with others. Because when you change yourself, you're going to affect other people around you too. Because that's just the way it works.
When you open and you are going to expand and lift in vibrational frequency, rather than worrying about what other people think of you, because in truth, other people's opinions of me are none of my business. And that's the truth.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting to see you in the course with us too.
Yeah, think about how your energy is going to impact everyone around you, and they won't even know what's going on until one day they'll be like, wow, I have a different way that I'm perceiving things, and different content I want to watch, and different thoughts I have, and different words I would like to express. And
you're also going to find there's a lot of similarities that people go through in opening up to their guides, their angels, their higher perceptions. There's a lot of commonalities too in that process that you'll identify as you go through the course too. That'll be very exciting to go through those with other people in this course.
Totally. All these like-minded souls that you're going to connect with, and friendships that you'll make.
Yeah.
And I'm always one that says the amount of effort that you put into something is what you'll get back out of it. So if I see you kind of hanging back a little bit, I may come and approach you. So just be ready for that. And feel the fear and do it anyways.
Yeah. There'll be lots of encouragement for everybody in the course. There'll be lots of encouragement and support to wake you up to what you are choosing to wake up to, whether you know or not. You've chosen this.
Yeah. So it's going to be wonderful. Yeehaw!
Do the ACIM forgiveness practices also aid in lifting our vibration and opening our chakras to enable clearer channeling?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the greatest channeled books of all time, if not the greatest. This is the greatest channeled book of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you find it difficult to fully digest all that information, I would recommend reading A Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard.
Remember too, the ACIM is a great book and will enlighten and uplift anybody who's willing to focus and glean all that. But when you have a support system around you, in conjunction with anything, you'll accelerate your growth. And it's sometimes having a group where you have those elements in common is so much more valuable than just working through it on your own.
I agree with you.
Years on my own, and it was very challenging doing it on my own. And since coming into the community, it makes a big difference. What you can do, what you
worked years on my own too. I wouldn't say it was super challenging because I had my team with me and I was chatting with them. But those channels opened up more and more. It was like me reading a teleprompter, and I would hear the words forming in my mind, but it was my words, my internal voice. Okay. And then as you move along and you're practicing, that starts to change pitch and tone. No longer am I seeing the teleprompter, but I am. All of a sudden, my crown chakra opened. Jesus decided to open it one day. I felt it happening. Oh, open and expanded now. And then it was hand signals from the angels, and things were just more vivid and colorful and more descriptive. And they'll use certain things that have unfolded in my life in association with the guidance that they would like to relay to certain individuals who are with me. So A Course in Miracles was that book. And
that's correct.
You find that one a bit, that's a lifetime book. Then you can try The Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard.
Yeah. One of my favorite statements out of A Course in Miracles is nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. Very profound statement.
That is very profound.
Next question.
Very good. Okay, so Sue is saying, I'm signing up. Been sitting on the fence up until now, but now I know it's for me.
Awesome.
Welcome, Sue. Look forward to working with you.
Yes.
Philomay says hi.
Hi. I bet you're enjoying that sunshine, Australia, you lucky little kid. We miss you.
We've got some comments from Jacqueline and Paula, both saying since they've invited Archangel Michael into their house, how they've noticed change in energy in their home.
Yeah.
Like
When you
I
start,
thought you,
yeah,
yeah.
you mentioned that earlier, Kristen, that you can actually call these archangels to be in your space. You know, being in a physical body, we can get stuck into thinking three-dimensionally where we think this is the real world.
Mhm.
But when you get outside of this known sense world, there are dimensions and levels that these beings are capable of moving on. They can multi-dimensionalize. They can be in many places at the same time,
Many.
still
Yeah.
function individually for each person's needs. It's very fascinating. It's called I call it multidimensionality.
It's
You can,
omnipresent.
yeah,
Omnipresent. They can be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time.
yeah,
There's no like you're taking him away from anybody else. He can be here
that's
with me
right.
and he can be with all of you all at the same time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you call Archangel Michael to come and live with you, you can locate a doorway because that's where he's told me he will be, right, hanging out by the door. And you can use your clairsentience, hold your hands out, tune out, and feel his energy. I guarantee you're going to feel something
Always. Whatever you
big,
focus on, you will get your
strong
experience.
energy. Mhm.
Tina
Yes.
says, if you are thinking of signing up for the course, that is spirit giving you those thoughts and nudging you along. Just open those doors and go with the flow. Spirit is supporting you.
Oh, Tina, you're going to make me tear up a little bit here, you know. That's
And
beautiful.
yeah, and we've got a great team of people
Love that.
put together for this that it's just going to knock your socks off. These are people that are coming from their heart. They're connected to their guide team. A lot is being brought to the table here for everybody, and it's going to be an amazing time.
There's no way I could do this course by myself, William and Norma and Jackie and Ashley and Tina and Jason. There's no way. I mean, Jason is like
I know he's
best
like,
teachers I've ever freaking seen. Am I right? Am I right?
yeah, he's on spiritual steroids.
Yeah. And he has endless energy. Like he just
Yeah.
goes and goes. And he's incredible. Incredible.
Just in case you want to know, spiritual steroids is also known as love. It's known as love.
Love it. Jason's going to love hearing that.
We have a bunch more. I have to say, Philomay also saying awesome course, wasn't ready, but I jumped in. And Jody also saying that she highly recommends taking the course. So lots of and Jacqueline, wonderful things saying.
Did we get through all the questions?
Most of them, yeah. Well, Philomay,
yeah.
You know, I remember Philomay. She was petrified to come on live with me.
Oh my gosh.
And I knew she was. I could feel it from afar, but I was like, we just had fun.
Yeah.
I think we kind of laughed most of the time. And I think she was quite amazed at how well she did. She just went with the flow. Just go with the flow.
Yeah,
enjoy yourself. Yeah. And then once you tap in, you just tap in anytime you'd like. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So I have one more question for you, and it's from Melanie, and she says, how do you discern what messages are coming from whom? How do you know?
How do you know, William?
Well, that's a great question. Well, I learned there's a variety of different ways. One of the ways that I know, one of the ways I sometimes know is I'll get a feeling coming in from behind me. I actually feel an energy coming from behind me. Other times I'll hear a word pop in my head. Hey. Sometimes I'll get sensation. Sometimes I'll see. Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll get the stinky feet smell. Right. I've gotten the stinky feet smell. I've actually had somebody come into the bathroom with me once in the shower, and I said, "No, this is not right." And that was Freya.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And you start actually the sensations that I normally experienced physically started to get translated into actual visuals of these beings that are around me all the time now. They come and go too, because sometimes I'll be focused more on one thing or another. But you just it starts off with the sensations, and then you start to develop your awareness. And it gets really fun and exciting. And it can be very humorous too.
And they tell you their names.
And they tell you their names.
You pick up on, over time, you pick up on their vibrational frequency. So Archangel Michael feels different than Archangel Gabriel. Yeah. Archangel Gabriel feels different than Archangel Raphael.
Yes.
Raphael is a bit more softer with a little touch of like more feminine energy. Whereas Gabriel comes in always from above me, almost like lightning, strong, straight to the point. He's the archangel that gets things done, is what he tells me. Michael is very masculine, strong, and loving, and very humorous. He loves to crack jokes, and I laugh a lot. So that's all very different. January 15th is when the Mediumship 101 course starts for a full month. You can sign up by coming to my business page, which is Kristen Davies, and then you type in page, it'll take you to my page. Or if you are also located in Intuitive Angel Messages, click on the events button and it'll take you right to the course. So you can read up on the course details, and it also has the payment details at the bottom, which I am accepting payments through PayPal, or you can private message me directly. And if you'd like to sign up for the Mediumship 102 course,
all the information for that course is going to be released on January the 7th on Intuitive Angels, on my Soul Evolution group page, and on my business page. And you can, all the registration information will be there then. But please feel free to send me your interest. Go to Soul Evolution on Facebook, or search William Michael Forbes on Facebook, and you can go to my business page and send me your interest so I can at least put you on the list and be prepared for that. So I know who I'm sending information to in advance.
And when is your course starting?
It's going to start January the 16th and run to February the 16th.
No, February 16th. Sorry, the date after.
February the 16th to March the 16th.
Yeah. Each for a full month, because we need a full month.
Yeah.
A few days.
A lot of fun.
I don't know. I suppose I could teach some things in a few days, but I think really one needs a full month. Yeah. Especially when you're working on something around your own schedule, right?
If I had my choice, I'd make it a lot longer, of course, too, because it's a practice. But
wait till we get practicing. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's like constant. It's the energy just ramps up, and you're laughing and you're having fun and you're following with all the other students. And then you'll be thinking to yourself, can I come on camera like this? And I'll say, yes, you can.
And you will.
And you will. And you love it.
It's just us in a private group. There's nothing to be shy of here.
Like-minded souls.
That's how we expand, though. We challenge ourselves.
Exactly.
Challenge yourself, you expand, it gives you more energy, more excitement, and more challenge.
Put yourself into that uncomfortable feeling temporarily. I guarantee you it's going to shift.
Yeah, it always does.
Always does. And then you grow and you feel like, yes, I can do this. Awesome. Yeah. So how should you prepare for the course?
Good question. Are you asking me that question?
I'm thinking, I'm going to say for my course, and then you can go ahead and say for your course. So for my course, how do you prepare? I would say you would need one deck of angel cards. The deck Angel Therapy by Doreen Virtue is the deck that the angels recommend the most. And other than that, just come in with an open mind. Believe, just believe that you can do this. You're going to learn a lot. And that's about it, because it is a beginner's course.
And that, all of that and a little bit more for the next, because at that point you'll be willing to let go. You should be softened up enough to be willing to let go of the blocks and limitations that are holding you back from going 100% to where you can be completely open all the time, any place, anywhere. And so be prepared to let all of your ego go. Be prepared to be at peace with yourself, in harmony with your life, and in tune with what's right for who and what you are, and this ascension process that's in full swing in the human species right now today.
Well, that is the thing, though, with the ascension process, that these negative energies, dense energies that are within us need to come up, need to get to go somewhere to exit. And this process will help you to recognize that those feelings and emotions and thoughts are not who you are. They're just feelings, emotions, and thoughts. And and to help you lift that so you become lighter, to release that ego edging God out. and so that's really what we're looking at focusing on a lot. So it's basically bringing yourself in an open heart and an open mind.
Yeah, just going with the flow, letting go of that which is no longer needed.
I want to thank you today, Kristen, for hosting this. And
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Always a pleasure working with you.
Oh.
And I say ditto.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
So anybody got questions? Anybody got questions or concerns about either course? Can know how to reach you know how to reach Kristen or I, and please feel free.
You can go into Soul Evolution. You can look under the events. You can come into Intuitive Angel Messages. Look under events. You can come to both of our business pages. You can hit the Book Now button to ask us any questions. We will have the course material pinned to the top of our business pages, so it'll be right there for you to view the details along with payment details at the very bottom. Love you guys. Sending
Thank
lots
you all
and lots
for showing
of love.
up today.
Have a
Glad you joined us. Take care.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.